Hi, so back again with my orange plectrum, which can only mean one thing. It's a Power Boost demo. So I think we can call this a pedal of the day. And it's the MKIII Power Boost. So this was a bit of a weird story, how this came about. It's a great example of a total disaster turning into something very, very, very good. So must have been a good, 15, 20 years ago, we decided we were going to make MKIII tone benders again. So we had the original case tool that presses out the case refurbished, and we made, I don't know, 500, 1,000 MKIII cases. What tends to happen then is we get on with other business, selling what we've made, what's already sprayed, what's already made up, and we were selling pedals, and the MKIIIs were sitting at a warehouse, ready to be painted and screened. And I suppose a year went by, and we rang up and said, we're ready to make those MKIIIs now. We've finalised the artwork. We're all ready to rock and roll. And the guy said, yeah, all good, no problem there. Yes, absolutely fine, absolutely fine. And I'm like, right, okay. A few weeks go by, and I say, how are the MKIII cases? They made yet? Nope, but all good, no problems here. No problems here at all fine. Okay, well, just give us an ETA or some idea of when they're going to be. Oh, won't be long now. So I think we got 4 or 5 months into the waiting and saying, are they actually going to come? And yeah, no problem. I said, look, enough of this. What is going on? It turns out he was trying to have them remade because they'd all been thrown in a skip. All of our beautiful tone bender cases had been dumped. God knows how it happened. It was nothing to do with us, I can tell you that much. So we were left without the cases. And it took me so long to get this guy to admit that this is what had happened. And he was trying to cover his backside. So I said, look, this is not good enough. We're trying to make this product. I mean, we are laid back guys, and we're never going to start shouting at people. We're nice people. Anyway, he agreed to have them made again with our guys. I mean, he was obviously just really embarrassed at his expense. So we went back to the workshop. We said, can we make them again? They said, yeah, the only thing is you took back your original sample. Can you send it over again? And the only excuse I have is that it was about the time my kids were born, and I wasn't getting a lot of sleep, and I was making some odd decisions. In fact, Nick here, who is filming us today, has just had a wonderful baby girl. So can we all send out some pretty cool vibes to Nick? Because I know the feeling, not getting any sleep, and you do weird things. And I sent the wrong pedal to the guys to punch out the holes. So back in the day, there was a Vox tone bender, or Solar Sound MKIII tone bender that we made for Vox, with a low switch and one with a high switch. I sent him the wrong one. And I ended up getting a case with the switch here instead of there. That meant the tone bender logo didn't fit on the case. So after all this time, I mean a year after we started the project, and all the cases being thrown away, them being remade, I end up with a case with a hole in the wrong place. So I think to myself, oh my God, MKIII, you're an idiot. What can we do about this? we could have made the tone bender with the logo down here, but I always thought it looked a bit weird. And then I thought, well, hang on. We did make a power boost for Vox. They were made in incredibly small numbers. I mean, to be honest, I don't think I've ever even held one or seen one in the flesh. I've only seen pictures of them. But I looked at it and I thought, well, the Power Boost logo would fit there. And instead of having solar sound there, we can have it there. At the time, we were being asked for power boosts with master volumes. So I thought, you know what, let's go the whole hog. Let's put a hole in the side for a master vol. Let's put a power supply in, an LED, and we'll have a modern, up-to-date power boost, albeit in a ludicrously large case. This really is a huge case. I mean, it's like as big as a shoe, you know, a big shoe at that. But, you know, back in the day, you know, some people, you know, email me and say, oh, your pedals are so big, man. You know, I've got this pedal board. I can't fit one of your pedals on it. And there is an explanation. You know, back in the day when people were first using pedals like this, they weren't using pedal boards. And they didn't want pedals that would follow them around the stage when they walked off with their guitar. They wanted a heavy pedal. They wanted something they can see and something they could stomp on that wouldn't break. So hence the great big heavy pedal thing and the big, well, wah-wah is good big anyway, but like the die-cast pedals and the heavier pedals and the pedals with the heavy basses on them. That's what it was all about. It wasn't that everyone was, you know, short-sighted or was it, which way around is it? Long-sighted. Badly sighted anyway. It's not that they couldn't see their pedals, it was that they needed a big pedal. They didn't flop around. So, you know, there'd be 3 pedals on the stage. This would hopefully be one of them. So we made a bunch of pedals. Jake made them. Now, Jake is the man who designed the yellow tone bender, the hybrid one. He's always made our thin case, TC silver tone bender. He makes our inductorless wahs. He is a real visionary and quite well, in his own way, an absolute genius. He's not so much into the vintage correct stuff. He likes to push the envelopes. He likes to make new stuff. And he made a bunch of them. So if you bought one 10 or 12 years ago, it would probably be a Jake pedal. And then when Stu Castledine started making the vintage correct power boost, I started getting email after email asking for one with a master volume. Because let's face it, the Power Boost is an amazing sounding pedal, but it is deafening. It is a deafening pedal. Tonally, just superb. As you can hear on those, you know, those great recordings of the guys who use, yeah, I don't want to go on about the artists who use them, but obviously, you know, no. I've done it, haven't I? I've done it. Shut up. Right, I'm not going to talk about endorsements, but the Power Boost is a famous pedal on a lot of recordings. But if you want to use it in the real world, the master volume is a great addition. So here it is. We're now calling it the Mark III Power Boost. At the moment, it's being made by Stu, so it's our great vintage correct board inside, but with the ability to turn down. It runs on 18 volts, so this has got 2 batteries inside it. I get asked this question a lot as well. Will a 9-volt pedal run on 18? Well, can I run the 18 one on 9? And if it's one of our overdrivers or power boosts, yeah, you can chuck 18 volts through it. It won't totally change the sound. It will give you a bit more headroom and a bit more output. Some people actually love the pedal on 9 volts because it breaks up earlier. So one isn't better than the other. Just because the number's higher doesn't make it better. It's just a slightly different sound. And some people get wound up about it, saying, "Oh, it's 9 volts, can't put 8." There's nothing in a Colour Sound Power Boost that won't survive 18 volts. They're really tough, high-end components, and they will handle 18 volts. Quite interesting, that. Let's plug it in, give it a whirl. So if I chuck I'll tell you through it. And it is immediate, you know, presence and I mean, believe it or not, you know, this is a great sounding little amp. The way this for the life and presence. So let me just wind that back a little bit. And that's what the pedal was designed for, to give you a bit of treble boost, bit of bass boost, bit of volume boost. Everyone at the time, so remember it was about 1970 when this came out, there were a lot of treble boosts around. This pedal was made to give you treble boost, bass boost, volume boost, everything boost, power boost. That's the idea behind it. Of course, I'm going to say it, Jeff Beck got hold of it, turned it up to 10, and it became the world's first killer overdrive. So I'm going to wind the volume up. And wind the master back. Man, that's without me really touching the tone controls. You've got loads of and that's what you can do with the master volume rolled back. It's very nice. Having said that, if you can get into a rehearsal studio with a stack and this pedal and turn it up, it is a religious experience. You want to get down and to your Marshall stack. It's a physical thing. No, we're very proud of the Power Boost, and we're really glad that it's still going strong. And while we've got these cases, you can get one made by King of the Power Boost, Stu Castledine, and I think it's a pretty cool pedal, even if it is big. Let's have a real quick look inside, just so you can see what's going on. Because it is cool. Solar sound. Get with it. So 2 9-volts in here. There is the classic overdriver Power Boost circuit. If you don't know the Power Boost overdriver circuit by the story, by the way, briefly, the pedal came out circa 1970. It was sent over to the States, and the Americans loved the sound of the pedal. Who wouldn't? But felt it looked a bit 1968, a bit flower power. So they brought it back, sprayed it black hammerite, and called it the overdriver. So your early overdrivers are exactly the same circuit as your Power Boost. Nowadays, general rule, it's not 100%, but 96, 98%, we make Power Boosts to run on 18 volts, and we make overdrivers to run on 9. So we've tried to make it so it's more understandable. But it's a gorgeous circuit. I hope you can see that. It's just beautifully made. And here you have the addition of your master volt. And you can see if it's switched on enough or not. See if it's switched on or not. I mean, as if you couldn't tell if it was switched on. I mean, you know it's switched on because your hair's blowing around in the wind created by your sound. So there you have it, Mark III Power Boost. If that doesn't rock, I don't know what does. See you next time.